Hello again, my name is Randy Ripke. I'm the developer of TASbillerCloud. In this video we're going to be talking about security features and the various logs that are available for us in TASbillerCloud. Starting here at the main menu, we're going to go into Contacts, which currently is only our users, and in the future it will be a small CRM. But let's look at My Entry, and we're going to go into the Options tab here, and we have two options. The first one is for enabling delete notifications. This will send me an email anytime an invoice or a payment record is deleted. There really shouldn't be too many of these. I strongly encourage you to have both of these turned on. The next one is login from new device. Now this is for any user. So if anyone logs into the system on a new device, it sends you an email notification saying who logged in and from what IP address and what device. It's kind of funny, when we first implemented this, I had calls from users saying that they didn't log in from a new device, but one of their employees, I guess, had their login credentials and were logging in using their credentials. So please don't do that. It's not a very secure practice, but the intent here is that you shouldn't see any logins from new devices at, like, say 2 a.m. or machines or IP addresses or people you don't recognize. So it's a very good security protection for us, and please keep these turned on. Going to the Devices tab, this is showing me all the different devices that I've logged into the cloud from. Now, these are all from the same IP address, so they're all from here in my house. Coming soon, we're going to have the option to restrict logins to certain IP addresses. So say you want your agents or your users to only be able to log in, say, from the office or from a known IP address like their house or something like that. You'll be able to do that pretty soon. You can also see which devices they logged in on. Like this bottom one here is my Android phone. This one here with today's date would be my computer right here in the office. The one here on Edge is the computer in my kitchen. So I kind of look at these, and I should be able to recognize all the different machines that are listed here. You can look at any of your employee or agents that have user access and see what their logins look like. I can see what machine Tim logged in from, or Drew. I can also see the last date and time they logged in. There's some great information here. Now let's go up to the user activity log. I'm just going to choose myself on this. Oops. And I'm going to choose a date range from 23, so it's a fair amount of data to look at and refresh. So this is showing me every login and logout that I made on this database. So this is saying that the current login I'm working on right now, I logged in at 12:52, and here we are at 1:58. So I've been working on this video for a while. It shows what IP address, which machine, and so forth. If I scroll down a ways to on the 28th here, you can see where I updated a payment record and made a change for whatever reason. I think I was testing a feature, but I also deleted a pager on that date. Again, what you're looking for is anything suspicious, and there shouldn't be much more in here beside routine login and logout stuff. If I go back down to May 6th, I think we're going to find a here it is, login from new device. Again, I was testing a new feature, I believe, at that point. So that was for this database at that date. This was a new login for us. Going down a little further here, on the 20th, I can see where I edited an invoice, made one change. I also deleted a payment because I posted that to the wrong account. Here's another invoice edit entry. So the entries you see here should be nominal, and there should be a good reason for them. You're looking for large numbers of deletions or odd times of the day where people logged in and did these actions. Anything that looks suspicious, that shouldn't be happening. That's the function of this log, is to try to keep your data secure. Now let's go into my live database, and we're going to look at account 6504. And on the Options tab, we're going to look at the activity log. Now this is showing me all notices, invoice distributions, and payment receipts that were sent out for this account for whichever date range we select here. So this is showing me on this account, a holiday notice went out, an invoice went out. It's showing you which template was used, what email address it went to, the date and time that it happened, the user that initiated it. Again, lots of good detail here. For that client that didn't get the invoice or didn't get the notice and what have you. You can export these to Excel spreadsheets and say, look, we've been sending these invoices or notices to these email addresses, on all these occasions. Our systems are showing they went out. You should probably look on your end and see why you're not receiving them. Moving along to the rate tab, we also have a log here. Now notice on this account there are no rates showing. We can look at the activity log and see when they were deleted and when they were added and what have you, and also where they came from. Some were updated manually by the user, some were done via global rate change, and so forth. One neat thing about this is that if we add an account, or if we make a change, notice that right now our rate update date is May of 2023. If I go in here right now and say I want to add answering service for $10 and I save this, that entry is immediately saved automatically to the rate change log. At the same time, the date of last rate change is also maintained, and this is a function of an option that's available to you in file maintenance. Go into company setup and be sure that this checkbox is checked, and that will maintain that date of last rate change when you manually make changes to a client's rate tab. Now from the main menu, let's look in other reports and look at the credit card ACH decline report. And I'm going to move this back a couple of months so that there's some more detail here. So notice it's showing me by account and by date and time the declines and also the reason for the decline. What I've noticed on some of these is an E decline seems to be is declining today, but you can try it again tomorrow and it might work. Now some of these are saying closed account or expired card. Obviously those aren't going to work. So some great information here, and this log is updated whether you process the credit card yourself on the payment posting page or if the client is attempting via the Pay Now button. So be sure you're aware of this report being available to us. One more kind of neat thing that's on the automated actions, for those of you who are using this. I use this a lot just for my own use to remind me to send out friendly reminders. And by the way, this will be automated in the next, hopefully later on this year, where these friendly reminders can go out automatically without me having to be reminded of them. I also have trash reminders set up to take out my trash on certain dates. But all this activity is all logged, so all the reminders that go out have a log entry to show, and also all the actions. So if you have any actions set to automatically save a age analysis or a DAISY snapshot report, for those of you who have DAISY, those actions are also logged. So it shows all the reports that went out to me at 5 a.m. for my DAISY snapshot report. So when I wake up in the morning, the first thing I do is check my email and see how we did yesterday. So that concludes our video on security and logs. If you have any questions, of course, give me a shout. And thank you again for your business. I appreciate you. Have a nice day.